it was a draw between Costa Rica and Panama, and one thing to note is the wind really came in and became a factor in that game late in the game. So a lot of good action. Again, on Field 7 this morning, we have some good games, and at 11 o'clock, all games are at 9 and 11 a.m. slated to stay away from the weather. Well, thanks for joining us. The IMG Academy, what a wonderful venue for teams all across the globe to come here and play at the top level. It's a sport training destination. It's the highest level for student athletes to come and train. They have 8 sports: baseball, basketball, football, golf, lacrosse, soccer, tennis, and track and field and cross country. And the thing about this, it's a year-round basis, as serves as a training and competition venue for amateur, collegiate, and professional teams. We just talked to Bob, one of the facility operators here, and says that the Florida State football team will be coming in this week to do a lot of their preseason camp. And just recently, the Canadian Football League, a professional league up north, came down and actually had some of their tryouts and all that jazz here. So you're saying this is a non-stop activity center as IMG Academy. Barbados kind of the calm approach as opposed to Antigua and Barbuda. Lots of clapping and lots of energy. There's Barbados right there. Many thanks to our entire crew out there, too. All our camera guys and gals are out there doing a great job. Spent a lot of hours setting this thing all up. Just moments away before we do our procession, where the teams come out together, and the performance of the Concacaf Anthem. That's a universal anthem for all nations involved. One thing to notate about this IMG Academy, it sits on 450 acres of land. Talk about a vast swath of land. IMG took over this academy in 2011 for a price tag of $7.5 million for an additional 110 acres. So here we go. There's the players on your screen there. That's Barbados. There's a good look at the officials in the middle, and then flanked by Antigua and Barbuda to your right, and the players of Barbados to your left. Everything's on a very strict timeline here, as CONCACAF does a great job in conjunction with the IMG. So here is the performance of the official anthem of CONCACAF and the procession of players. Great photo opportunity there. And there you have it, the conclusion of the anthem for Concacaf. We'll do the walkthrough, the shaking of the hands, creating that goodwill, and the continuity of goodwill at these games is outstanding. Now let's check out our starting lineups as we're just moments away from some of the action. Here's Barbados. Their goalkeeper is Lisa Harding. Again, she came in. That was a scratch. And number 18, Jamisha Stanford. And then the center is Keneal Johnson. Keep a look out there for Aisha Stevenson, and they'll be coached up by Richard Ford. That's Barbados. Again, they'll be in the gold jerseys with the blue numbers. And there's our officials right there. Led up from Mexico, Diego Montano. And assisted and accompanied by Dwight Cummins, Colin Heim, and Serena Vasquez. Now let's take a look on the opposite side. Antigua and Barbuda. Their goalkeeper is number 1, Nia Rouse. And their captain is Jada Benjamin. And keep a look on there, Javante Richardson. That's a player that one of the coaches said keep an eye on there, and they're coached up by Carl Casey. Officials doing the coin toss and the exchange of gifts. And there's some of our substitutes. There you can see Jamisha Stanford on the left. She was a scratch in place of Lisa Harding. And then you got Thomas as the goalkeeper for Antigua Barbuda. So those are some of the substitutions you might want to keep an eye on later in the game, because I tell you what, it really came into play in our late game yesterday between Costa Rica and Panama. Panama made 3 key substitutions, really brought in some fresh legs and some new energy, and it really made a difference. Ended up in a draw, but Panama had no score up until that point, brought in those fresh legs, and they scored 2 goals. And again, that was the difference in the draw. So keep an eye out some of those subs. Now, these 2 teams represent Group D as in David. It's Barbados versus Antigua and Barbuda. Got a fresh clock of 35 minutes. It really is a gorgeous day here to start the day at 9 o'clock. And we're on Eastern time. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for joining us. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew, welcome aboard. Enjoy the game. And there's the official whistle, and we are underway. Welcome aboard, Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda. And Antigua Barbuda in those red jerseys, Barbados in the gold jerseys with the blue numbers. Little run on the outside to no avail. Little contact, hitting the turf, no whistle. And he says there's contact in soccer. Well, they're not watching very closely. On the outside. Good run by ATG. Broken up. That was number 7, Jada Benjamin. Keep an eye on her in the red jersey, number 7. Barbados on the other side. Stoppage of play. That'd be an offsides play. And they had some action out there close to the goal, but you can't move it up toward that front line. And they'll clear it out. Look at those big old gloves on the goalkeepers these days. You can tell how the technology has really changed in sport in general. A weak kick coming out of the goal, and that's allowed Barbados to keep it here in the attacking 3. Dribble drive on the right side. Good deflection by number 17, Jerica Lawrence. Looked like Barbados could have set the edge on the outside. Inbounds play, Aisha Stevenson. Kind of a whiff kick right there. Number 13 had an opportunity. That was Raina Cummings. And ball's out of bounds, stays with Barbados. Continued action today on Field 1. We have Guyana and Bahamas. That will be coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here on Field 1. Oh, nice break up midfield. That's a 50-50 ball. You got to win. Little press coverage. Stoppage of play in favor of Barbados. It's a 9 a.m. match between Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda. 28 teams make up this 2018 championship, 2 divisions, one of which has 12 teams, the other division has 16 teams. And a nice shot right there and bottled up. That was Nia Roos. Again, the pool winners advance to the playoffs. Goes out of bounds, stays with Barbados. In Division 2, 16 teams. Include teams Trinidad, Tobago, Bahamas, Nicaragua, Grenada, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis. Those are new teams. Dominica, that's a new team. Barbados, Guyana, that's a new team. U.S. Virgin Islands, Anguilla, Curacao, St. Lucia, Martinique, and St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. Those are the 16 teams that make up Division 2. Stoppage of play, stays with Barbados. He had played 5 minutes in this first half. Again, we've allocated 2 cooling breaks or water breaks per se in each half, and we have stoppage of play injury on the field. And down on the field is number 2, Oleana Bishop, defensive player. The trainer for Barbados comes out there to 10 to Oleana. So far, these teams just trying to feel each other out. Barbados has seemed to be a little bit more aggressive. They've kept it in their offensive side and attack. And Bishop is up, and she is okay. Resumption of play. Big kick for Barbados. Ball's loose out in front of the net. That's number 7. Antigua tries to clear it out. That's number 7. Good defensive clear there. Jada Benjamin, the captain of Antigua and Barbuda. Ball goes out of bounds and stays with Barbados. Head referee for this match, again, is Diego Montano. Represents the wonderful country of Mexico. It's been really neat this week, though, to really sense the different cultures that have come to Bradenton, Florida on the Gulf Coast in just that international sense and flavor. It's just been really great to be part of. Great energy. More of a coordinated attack for Barbados so far early in this first half. More control by Barbados in the yellow jerseys over those blue shorts. That's a shot there. That's picked up by Lisa Hardy.
How are you? The shots that I think you submitted yesterday were.
Good clear there midfield. Brenna Cummings, number 13, had an opportunity midfield, but just lost it off her foot. Looks like she had a little run on the outside. To no avail. That'll be ATG ball. And no play. Looks like our first substitution is going to be coming in for Barbados at our next stoppage of play. And that's Oleana Bishop. She was a young lady that was injured across midfield there. So she was tended to by the medical staff, and she is back into the game. That's good news for Barbados. And taking her place, number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore will come out of the game. Interesting stat for you. Bradenton, Florida here, where the IMG Academy is, total population roughly 363,000. Now check this out. The population of Barbados is 285,000, and Antigua and Barbuda just 100,000. So think about that. Those two nation states have a combined 385,000 people. In Manatee County, just this county alone, where Bradenton is the seat of, has 363,000. Great job by our staff here to put that together. That's an interesting factoid. And Antigua Barbuda, I believe they were devastated by the hurricane season last year. Last year was really rough with hurricanes in this area. We have some of our friends here from Puerto Rico. And I live locally in Orlando, Florida, and a lot of people had to seek refuge. And some parts of Puerto Rico still do not have electricity. That is just amazing that you think that out of sight, out of mind, that people are still struggling with the hurricane that came through last September. Kind of nothing doing so far between these two teams. Good dribble drive there. Oleana Bishop back in from being injured. There's what you need on the outside. Little contact. It's got to be more movement in the field right now. A lot of these ladies right here in this setup, when they converge in that goal, you got to create that energy. Sometimes those deflections can really make a difference of a breakaway. Got to get better spacing right here. Somebody's got to move on the outside wing. Right there. And it's cleared. That was an opportunity there for Karisha Kaitlyn. Barbados has been more so on their offensive side of the field than Antigua has. Little contact, that draws the whistle. Easy call. And Bishop again hits the turf. Very active young lady right there. Here's number 2, Oleana Bishop. She goes down again, but pops up like nothing. Too much traffic in the middle. Ball's cleared. There you go on the outside, left wing. Keeps it on sides. Too much time in the foot. Lots of action on that far side. Antigua and Barbuda. Now they're trying to do something. Oh, just kind of a bad pass right there. Had Jada Benjamin on the left wing. There's a good shot. That forces the goalie to make a play. You hear the claps coming out of the coaching staff from Antigua and Barbuda. They like that they finally got kind of somewhat of a shot on goal. Forced Lisa Harding out there to make a play, the goalie for Barbados. Well, action again, Bishop hits the ground. That's the 3rd time Mrs. Bishop has been tripped up. That time she was completely just cut down. And this time she doesn't pop up so quickly. There's actually been some contact in this early part of this first half. Her teammates are over there coaching her up and just making sure she's okay. Let's see this look again here. Look at that, just complete, just a trip up right there. That was number 8, Shania Christopher of Antigua and Barbuda. Just completely just clips down Oleana Bishop. She's up again. Really nothing aggressive to this point. Kind of a back and forth. And that'll be a dead ball whistle in favor of Antigua and Barbuda. Another player hits the turf. I'll see with Barbados. That time it was Aisha Stevenson. There's a player in the middle of the field right there outside the center mark. That's down for Antigua and Barbuda. Official comes to the aid to see if she's okay. We're approaching the 16-minute mark here in the first half. We've had a couple stoppages for injury. And that's number 8. Shania Christopher. And she's a young lady that actually clipped down Oleana Bishop, and now she's the one that's down. And she's back up on, she's upright. The playoffs will be this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday and Monday will be our championship games. And then Saturday, day 7. Here's some action in front of the goal. No good, but a great opportunity for Barbados. A real legitimate opportunity to get one in that net. Good hustle play by number 17 for Barbados. Andronique Straker. Looked like Antigua and Barbuda had a run. It's all about effort. Here we go, Barbados. Ball is loose. Empty net, ball is still loose. Barbados, you just got to kick it in. Oh, what a great save. Empty net situation. That was number 5. Tiana Simon. Barbados almost cashes it in right there. Let's check this out. You can see the goalie. That ball's still loose. That's a live ball. You got to keep that play as alive. And look at that. Just a kick and a little footer off number 5 of Simon. And she saves a goal for Antigua Barbuda. That was Nia Roos, came out of a goalkeeping spot and very dangerous. Corner kick, Barbados. Near post, headers, nobody there, ball still live. Oh, a little push down. That's got to be a call, absolutely. Number 3 comes in, just simply pushes down the offender for Barbados. The whistle's on number 3, Tarika Phillip. Look at this. She just comes in here and says, hey, that's my ball. Oh, boy, I tell you what. No one's going to stop that young lady. Great opportunity now. This is back-to-back opportunities for Barbados. The kick is up a little too far. Tried that far post. A little too much heat on that. That was a great opportunity for Barbados. And if you're a fan of Antigua Barbuda, you feel very, very fortunate. As a previous play, goalkeeper Nia Roos came out, lost a handle of the ball. The ball was still live. And we'll do a little stop in the action. That's our designated cooling break to keep these student athletes and our officials safe and hydrated. Again, no score. 19 minutes played in this first half, 35 minutes of a first half action. And right now, it really is kind of a quiet first half until that last little flurry of activity for Barbados, but they can't cash in the ticket, so we are scoreless. It's their designated cooling break for both teams to get properly hydrated. It's a beautiful day here in Bradenton, Florida, but that sun is strong. And with all that humidity, you lose moisture in your body a lot quicker than you think. That's why it's important to have these designated breaks for our players that come all across the globe to play here. So no score between Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda, known as ATG is their proper acronym. And listening to Carl Casey during that cooling break, he was like, stop fouling and start creating some urgency with the football. And he's right, because every time Antigua Barbuda and the red jerseys right there, they're just moving at a different pace. Barbados has had some opportunities offensively, have not been able to yield those opportunities. But for Antigua, right here, they need to create some fast break opportunities, a sense of urgency. Let's see if his players take that. Here we go, an opportunity there. Oh, there's some contact there. And they're going to say it's the other way. They're going to say it was cut up by Antigua Barbuda. And both players are down. We had some big hits right here. Let's take a look here. This little breakaway by number 7, number 4. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. On that replay, I thought I might have gone the other way. But Jada Benjamin, the captain of Antigua Barbuda, and the red, came in and just clipped up Tunisia Mon of Barbados. There's a look at Mon. And there's a look at Benjamin. She's still down on the turf. She initiated contact, but again, that's Carl Casey, the head coach of ATG, basically saying, "Hey, stop fouling." But that was an aggressive play, though. You cannot discount what she tried to do there. She tried to make a play, but again, some really big hits here in this first half. A lot of players have hit the turf. All right, Benjamin, she was down the turf, and all of a sudden she's just up like that. She's got her energy back. Number 6 takes a little pop. Shakia Tong, she's down. We've had a lot of stoppage of play. A lot of players have been down the turf in the first half. It'll be interesting to see how much additional time we have in this first half. Even though these players have those shin guards down low where there's not a lot to protect you, it doesn't take much when you get hit or struck down there in that ankle area. That's all bone. That's a throw on for ATG. Ball's in the foot number 10. Nothing doing. This has been the first time this has been sustained offensive activity for Antigua Barbuda. That's a good look at the goalie, Lisa Harding. She came in and took the place of Jamisha Stanford. That was kind of a last sub in for Barbados. Coach Casey is asking for his team to start pressing toward midfield to kind of try to flip the field position. But Barbados with an answer. Got to center it. Ball's still live in the corner. That's a good dribble drive by number 7. Karisha Kaitlyn. This is where you got to fight for every play. When you kind of have a draw right now, there's a shot right there. Nothing behind it, but still forces Nia Roos to scoop it up and clear. She'll clear it with a goalie kick. And we played over 25 minutes first half action, slated for 35 minutes, pending additional time. More contact in the middle of the field. Nope, that's a play-on situation. One of the players just completely lays on number 9, Aisha Stevenson. Again, thanks for joining us. No score between Barbados and the yellow jerseys against Antigua and Barbuda. These two teams are representing Group D as in David. All the pool winners will advance to the playoffs this weekend. There's a shot for Barbados off the crossbar. Didn't think that had a chance, but sure enough, that ball just goes down. See if we can get another look at that. Hits a crossbar. Very great opportunity. Great job, our guys and gals in the truck. Look at that. Was like kind of a little sidewinder from a great distance. And Nia Roos, the goalkeeper, had no plan on that whatsoever. That's a little bit lower. That would have been a cash-in for Barbados. Again, Barbados has had a lot more shot opportunities than Antigua Barbuda. Here's another opportunity. Kind of a swing at it. Kind of missed it. But again, they're knocking out of the door. That was Raina Cummings. There's Nia Roos going to clear it defensively. Again, that's one of those situations where that was one of those kicks that you think that was just trying to clear it to see if there was anybody out in front of the goal. And darn near just cashed that ticket for the first goal, but we're still scoreless. You can just sense, though, the way the play has gone so far with the ebbs and flows, that Barbados is definitely knocking on the door. Another player hits the deck, no call. It's a play on. That'll be a throw-in for Barbados. In our next match at 11 a.m. will be at a pool play E as an echo, and that will be Guyana and Bahamas. That's coming up at 11 o'clock Eastern time. All games are played at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern time. There's an opportunity. Number 7 falls down, though. Kaitlyn, if she doesn't fall down, I think she would have had an open shot on goal. Little push from behind. And that's just right there. That's just lazy effort right there by Antigua Barbuda. That's one thing that Carl Casey just was talking about in his last little huddle up. Stop fouling. That's in the situation when you get in a bad spot, you're not moving your feet, and what you do is you just start using your hands, you start pushing and grabbing. Here we go, another opportunity for Barbados. That's a good-looking shot. A little high. Good swing kick for number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore. Barbados very, very close to scoring that first goal. Look at that shot right there. A little too much heat. Lots of shots on goal for Barbados. Antigua's playing on their heels. Approaching the 30-minute mark here in the first half. A nice dribble drive right there, a little slash. And that was an opportunity. You got to keep moving that ball forward right there. Antigua tries to break something away. That's number 10 trying to pursue it. Javanya Jarvis just didn't have the speed to catch up with it. And it'll stay with ATG. So far, the storyline of this first half has been Barbados has had multitude of offensive opportunities, just have not been able to cash in that first goal. But again, ATG is still in it, but just it seems like the speed. There we go, an open shot on goal. And there you go! Just like that, you could sense that it was there. And sure enough, Kaitlyn cashes it in, the first ticket in the 31st minute. Beautiful. She breaks containment. She gets in front of the defenders. Look at that. Boom. Far right post. Count it. Barbados strikes first. 1-0 over ATG. You just kind of could sense the energy that Barbados had these opportunities. There's a good look at Kaitlyn in that 31st minute. And that was just a great hustle play. She broke defensive containment, got in front of the defenders, and it was 1-on-1 in the goalkeeper. They had no chance. Count it. Barbados strikes first. That was a shot right in the face. Another player, ATG, hits the field. That was a direct kick in the face right there. I believe that's number 8, Shania Christopher. Hope she's okay, but an absolute beautiful play. Great hustle play by Kaitlyn. scoring the first goal for Barbados. And we're now at the 32nd minute. Coach is yelling out to HEG, just keep playing. She's okay. I'll tell you what, that was an instantaneous shot to the face. No one would like to endure that right there. That's number 8 midfielder, Shania Christopher. Coach calls out to her and asks us, are you okay? So she'll officially come out of the game and resumption of play. 33 minutes have elapsed here in the first half. I'll be curious to see how much additional time will be added. Again, we finally got our first goal, Barbados, in the 31st minute, number 7, Karisha Kaitlyn. And the breakaway in the middle of the field, it was a 1-on-1 against a goalie. And she knocked it in. There's a player right there, Kaitlyn, with the first goal. Kind of a miss hit right there by number 13. Again, they had another opportunity. Raina Cummings was trying to center it. It just looks like it slipped off her foot. Kind of a not a lot of energy behind that kick because she had Kaitlyn was circling toward the center line. Could have been another opportunity, maybe double her productivity. So substitution in the 35th minute for ATG, replacing the injured player, Shania Christopher. Obviously, he's back on the bench getting tended to. Taking her place is number 12. Aaliyah Simmons comes in for the first time, number 12. Midfielder Aaliyah Simmons is in, and Christopher checks out. And we're approaching regulation here of the first half. Be interesting to see with all the players that hit the turf in this first half. A lot of contact involved. See how many minutes will be added additionally. Barbados 1, Antigua Barbuda 0 here in the first half. And no official word as of yet of how much additional time will be yielded. As you can see with our graphics, you can see that we've hit our official time of 35 minutes. And they will call that at the end of the first half. So no additional time. So there you go. We're going to take a short break. We're coming to you live from the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. The site of Group D play between Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda. Your score, Barbados 1, Antigua 0. Stick around. Second half action, that's coming up next.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey fans, welcome back for the girls Under-15 Championship 2018. Some of the highlights from the first half. How about that highlight right there, number 3? Just comes in, just pushes her down, and you can see there was a lot of contact. I mean, this was like a rugby match, the first half between Barbados. But look at this. Look, just coming out the ball. Ball's loose. No one's home. Tries to do a shot and kicked away. What a beautiful save there by number 5 of ATG. But number 10 here for Barbados in the gold jersey. Set it up. Big shot off the crossbar. No good. Great opportunities for Barbados. That seemed to be the theme. But then right here, breaking it through, is in the 31st minute. That's number 7. Kaitlyn cashes it in, and that's where we stand right now. Barbados 1, ATG nothing. Hey fans, welcome back to IMG Academy. We've been cleared for second half action between Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda. The score is Barbados 1, Antigua Barbuda 0. This is the Concacaf Girls Under-15 Championship live from Bradenton, Florida. Thanks for joining us. Again, Barbados struck first in the 31st minute with number 7, Kaitlyn. And we have some second half substitutions for Antigua Barbuda, and the red jerseys coming in will be number 18. Jordan Byron will actually come in, number 13. And for Barbados, and will be number 6, midfielder Amber Sudette Seeley. And number 16, Daphne Watson-James. So just underway here, second half action. This is field number 1. Group D is in David. Both these teams, for the most part, do not have a chance to punch their ticket into the playoffs. ATG has no points, and Barbados has just 1 point as they got a draw. So their record is 0-1-1, and ATG is 0-2. Just like that, Barbados strikes again. Let's take the highlights right here. Big kick. Right beyond the arms. No chance at all. Number 10 with a nice swing kick. Giovanna Jarvis. Correction, number 10, that's Kaitlyn Padmore. Kaitlyn Padmore makes it 2-0. Favor of Barbados. ATG's just been in a trail position the entire game, and now they're down 2 goals. Carl Casey in the halftime adjustments just urged effort. He's like, let's go win that second half. Barbados is the one that comes out, coached up by Richard Ford. They double up their productivity, 2-0. But a great kick there by number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore. Just a big swing kick. And sneaks it past Nia Roos. Just underway here, second half action. Again, a summary to this point. Basically, Barbados has been the aggressor. They didn't notch their first goal until the 31st minute. And they finally got one through on the leg of number 7, Kaitlyn. And then just right out of the gate in the second half, number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore adds to the lead, 2-0. But Barbados seemed to have more of a concentrated effort, giving them more opportunities. Antigua Barbuda trying to find something on the offensive end, but nothing doing to this point. Good hustle play by ATG's number 4, Denisha Samuel, but it'll go on Barbados for a throw-in. This is a breakaway for Barbados. This will be a 1-on-1 for number 9. She takes a kick and count it on the far post, 3-0, just like that. Aisha Stevenson. Barbados is opening up the floodgates. 40th minute. Aisha Stevenson, the midfielder, number 9. And you can see here, great breaking containment on the defensive side, and it's 101 Stevenson. 101 against Roos, and Roos has no chance to even make a play. Favor Barbados. If you're just joining us, Barbados in the yellow jerseys over the blue shorts, and Antigua with the red shirts over the dark shorts. So many more opportunities offensively for Barbados. ATG trying to get something, trying to avoid the shutout. No additional time was added in the first half, even though there was multiple instances of contact, but a lot of players were hitting the ground. Again, here comes Barbados. It's a good stop and a clear there in the middle of the field by Denisha Samuel. You can say the intensity and energy is definitely on the high end for Barbados. They've broken containment twice in the second half to get their score up to 3-0. And this is Group D play. And we're checking some of the scenarios to see ATG, for the most part, known as Antigua Barbuda, for the most part, will be eliminated. Barbados still actually has a chance, as they did facilitate a draw, so that got them 1 point in pool play. There'll be a substitution for Antigua Barbuda. And it'll be number 13. It'll come in at the next stoppage of play. Corner kick, ATG. Ball on the near post is cleared out by Barbados. Again, when you got that on the near side of the corner kick, you need a little bit more air. Because on the near post, you have to get the ball up in the air to give your offenders some type of chance, whether it's a header or something, to get some contact with a deflection to try to cash in your first goal of this match. So far, it's all Barbados, 3-0. As 2 quick strikes in the 37th and 40th minute for Barbados. That's pushed up their lead, 3-0. So here's a scenario for Group D as in David. Thanks to our media coordinator Ryan with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. If Barbados wins and Curacao would lose, Barbados could advance out of the group stage depending on goal differentials. So that is a great stat. Great job by Ryan and our truck to provide that. So Barbados is technically still in. That's how they would punch their ticket into the playoffs in group play. Again, that's why when you make goals, you not only do you want to win in these type of championships, you need the goal differential. That's a big tiebreaker. And right now, so far, so good for Barbados. Substitution on the field for ATG. Number 13 will check in for the first time, young lady, midfielder. That's number 13, Jordan Byron. So 13 will check in and 6 will check out. Actually taking a seat was number 3, Tarika Phillip. So Phillip checks out of the game. More contact down low. That's a play-on situation. Antigua and Barbuda trying to get something going offensively here. Barbados clears number 7. Karisha Kaitlyn. She got things started in the 31st minute of the first half. And it's been all Barbados since then. "45 minutes and counting has been played here in this match in Group D. Coming up next, we have the Bahamas and Guyana. 11 a.m. kickoff right here in Field 1. Continued action right here in the Concacaf Girls Under-15 Championship from the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. This will be a throw in for Barbados on the far side. And a lot of action. Number 12 hits the turf. Aaliyah Simmons. She's okay. Good look at number 9 right there. Aisha Stevenson for Barbados. She scored the 3rd goal for Barbados. Switch out the swing kick. It'll be number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore. She is the young lady that scored the 2nd goal. And just a little outside. But again, Padmore with a big swing kick. She knocked the 2nd goal in the 37th minute. So it took a while for Barbados to cash in that 1st goal, but once they did, it came in numbers. They scored in the 31st, the 37th, and the 40th minute. Antigua Barbuda, number 6. That's Shakia Tong. And again, Barbados keeps in there, attacking 3rd. Aisha Stevenson tries to make a kick on goal. Errant left. Nothing doing. Great job to our camera crew and everybody back in the truck, getting some nice views out there. You can see absolutely beautiful facility here. Some good up-close looks. Good break up there in the middle of the field. Denisha Samuel defensively for Antigua Barbuda. But again, Barbados has a chance. If Curacao were to lose, it comes down to goal differential. That's important too. If the goalkeeper could execute a clean sheet and keep that shutout. Nice sliding tackle to break that up. Goes past the baseline, out of bounds. Corner kick situation, Barbados. Against the playoffs will start this Saturday, August the 11th, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. respectively. And then the championship matches will be day 8. That'll be Sunday and Monday, the 12th and 13th of August. So 9 days of action here, the 2018 championship. Again, the men's are coming here to IMG Academy in November. That's the Under-20 men's championship. IMG Academy, definitely a global destination. And that's a play-on situation. Again, Barbados back in business. Ball's deflected. That was number 6 trying to make a play for Barbados, Amber Sudat-Seeley. That's a good look at Amber. She was a substitution that came in. got an injury stoppage. Number 14 is down on the turf. That's Keenell Johnson. And that's their captain. Number 14, the defender Keenell Johnson down on the turf. Hopefully she's okay. The matches we have announced so far this week, this is the most contact that I have personally witnessed to see. Big tackles, a lot of contact, a lot of players hit the turf. Looks like they're going to readjust that shin area. Step aside, you can see the trainer en route to aid her. And this will be a play on as we're approaching 51 minutes in second half action. Another player goes down. Oh, right there, almost a great play, but just too high of a pass to number 7, to Kaitlyn. And again, another player is down for Barbados. Trying to see if it maybe hit her upper body. She went down. Let's check that number. I believe it's number 5. A dash at Thomas, and that is confirmed. Thomas is up. So back-to-back possessions where 2 players of Barbados hit the turf. One is up and one is out. Speaking of which, number 14, Keenell Johnson, trots back onto the field. She's okay after being tended to the medical staff. Good news for the fans of Barbados. Here's a good look at coach for Barbados. That's Richard Ford over there to the left. Throw in for Antigua Barbuda. Got to get spacing. Right there, Barbados had another opportunity. 2 bunched up. And I move as 1 unit. Again, Barbados is the aggressor. More players hit the field. Play on situation. Barbados on the outside. That's number 7. Kicks it out to number 5. Bisha Thomas. Too long on her foot. You got help. They hit the ground. Good no call. Definitely a physical match here between these 2 teams. 53 minutes and counting. 3-0 in terms of Barbados. And that'll be scooped up and cleared by goalkeeper Nia Roos of Antigua Barbuda. On the left wing is number 6, Amber Sudat Sealy. That's a good steal by Antigua Barbuda. But then broken back. Look at the hustle and the energy play. Should be a corner kick for Barbados. Again, it took a while for Barbados. They had a lot of opportunities. Both these teams filled themselves out in the first half. Where Barbados cashed in the first half of the 31st minute and then came out with a flurry of activity in the 37th and 40th minute. And that's where we are right now. 3-goal differential in favor of Barbados. Shot to the goal, hits the side near post, no good. Trying to get that brace is Kaitlyn Padmore. She wants that 2nd goal. And that'll bring us to a cooling break. Well, so far so good for Barbados. They're up 3-0 against Antigua and Barbuda. It's been a physical match. As you can see, another player for Antigua Barbuda is kind of down, gasping for a little bit of air. But they'll let these teams get hydrated. You can see number 5. She's like, wow, what do we got to do here? That's Tiana Simon. But 55 minutes have elapsed here in this match between Barbados and Antigua Barbuda. Cooling break that's happening right now. All right, we're back with you. IMG Academy. Concacaf Girls Under-15 Championship between Barbados and Antigua and Barbuda. It's been all Barbados. So we were past the 56-minute mark here. Basically, the storyline to this point is Barbados was the aggressor in the first half. Kind of a chess match until that 31st minute, and number 7, Kaitlyn, scores the first goal. Just like that, coming out of the second half, the energy intensity was definitely up in favor of Barbados. They scored in the 37th and 40th minute. But this match has been aggressive and it has been physical. We have had close to probably 10 occasions where players have been down on the turf and needed to be tended to. So these two teams are going at it. But Barbados does have a chance in Group D play. They need a little help from Curacao and then goal differential. Right now, so far, so good. Here we go, Barbados. Ball's loose, tipped away. Nice goalkeep play by Roos. Looked like that was going to be the 4th goal for Barbados. Right there, good look at number 1, Nia Roos. As she stopped the momentum of the ball and then got her paws on it. Again, Barbados is relentless. They keep attacking. Richard Ford, head coach for Barbados, has got to be happy with the effort. It just keep pushing together. Good things will come, and sure enough, 3 goals did. Right now, it just seems like Antigua and Barbuda, they're just trying to withstand and just finish the match. Really have not had really any true opportunities in goal until early on in the first half. Here we go, Barbados again. And Roos there to skip it up, scoop it up, and clear. (10:09) Eastern time. With that being said, stick around. Kickoff for our next match is at 11 o'clock. It'll feature Guyana and the Bahamian national team. That's coming up at 11 o'clock right here at the IMG Academy, which was founded in 2002 here in Bradenton, Florida. Well, you can see the trend. Another player hits the turf here in this match between Barbados and Antigua Barbuda. As the clock rolls on, that's number 2 that's down. Oleana Bishop. Bishop actually hit the turf a couple times early in the first half. Really haven't called her name except for that time. And then she hits the turf. But she's definitely been hit on in this match. She's going to feel that one tomorrow. Here we go, Antigua Barbuda. They're trying to make a play. Nice goal play there. Just kind of bottle up, get on top of it. Don't take any chances that that ball comes loose. That's the first real chance in Antigua Barbuda in the second half. And that'll definitely be a foul. That's a push down on number 7. She was out of position. That's Karisha Kaitlyn. And she pushes down Denisha Samuel. Here's a good look at Kaitlyn right there. She scored the first goal for Barbados in the 31st minute. And that opened up the gate for Barbados. Good concerted effort by Barbados on the outside. You got on the wing, and it'll be offsides. That looked really, really good. That was Aisha Stevenson trying to get her brace. You can see her right there kind of smiling like, so close. Thought they had that one. And she had Amber Sudat-Sealy on the wing too. Goalkeeper for Antigua Barbuda was going to be in trouble, but offsides the call, so no damage done. 3-0 is still your score. Barbados. Some back and forth play here in midfield. Barbados. You can just sense Barbados wants that fourth goal. That'll be a foul on the play. No correction. Another player hits the turf. That's number 2, Oleana Bishop. Just like that, she gets in another tackle situation. I thought that may go the other way, but it's going to stay with Barbados. Let's see what the play here is. Big kick in the middle. And Roos is there to gobble it up. Roos has had her work cut out for her today for Antigua Barbuda. I'm sure she wants to see this play on the other side of the field. Good play by number 9 to kick it out in the left wing. Barbados back in business. On the foot of number 7. And cleared. They didn't get a shot on goal right there for Barbados, but I really like the way they worked that outside wing. They had Stevenson, Sudat-Sealy, and Bishop all in concentrated effort. "64 minutes and counting." Another goal keep play by Roos. Planes overhead. They're landing at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. Substitution for Barbados. Checking in for the first time will be midfielder number 16, Daphne Watson-James. And coming out of the game, which has had a great game and had a lot of physical activity, number 2 is Oleana Bishop is done for the day. So 16 in, and number 2, Oleana Bishop, is out for Barbados. And then we'll have a substitution coming shortly for Antigua and Barbuda. 65 minutes and change counting away here. Barbados leads 3-0 over Antigua and Barbuda. Next up, 11 a.m. kickoff, Guyana and Bahamas right here on Field 1 on continued action here in the Concacaf Girls Under-15 Championship 2018. That's 11 o'clock. That's coming up next. That'll draw a whistle. That'll go the other way. Players down for Antigua Barbuda. Seems to be the common theme. That's number 5, Tiana Simon. He's kind of favoring that right ankle. And with that stoppage of play, that'll bring in an official substitution for Antigua and Barbuda. Checking in for the first time will be number 14 midfielder Ramona Green in the 67th minute. So Green checks in, and checking out will be number 11 midfielder. That's Sophia Joseph. So Green checks in, Joseph checks out. Barbados trying to get that 4th goal of the day. Good tackle by Antigua Barbuda. Brings out the whistle. That'll be a foul on Barbados. And more substitutions on the field. That'll bring out for the first time for Barbados in those yellow jerseys. Midfielder number 12, Elena Boyce, checks in. And coming out of the game to a warm applause is number 7, Karasha Kaitlyn. And Karasha Kaitlyn, thanks to her efforts in the 31st minute in the first half, Barbados struck first. That was their first goal, and that really helped be a catalyst to open up the offensive floodgates for Barbados as they got goals in the 31st, 37th, and 40th minute. And that's where we stand as we're getting close to the end of regulation. Wherever you're at, thanks for joining us. We're streaming live on the website. Just look up Concacaf. You can check us out anywhere in the world. Here we go, 4th goal opportunity. Can they get it? Just a little on the outstretched foot on number 6, Amber Sudat-Sealy. I tell you what, Sudat-Sealy really has been involved on the left wing there. The pass was just a little too far for her to contain. Nothing doing. Again, this is Group D play. Barbados is still not eliminated. They actually still have technically a chance. They need some help from Curacao. And they need Curacao to lose, and then they need the goal differential. And Antigua and Barbuda would be officially eliminated out of pool play for the playoffs. There's been a lot of injury stoppage in this match, but in the first half, the officials did not add any time. And we'll see if that's the same case, and this time, no. They're going to add 2 additional minutes. So if you watch our graphic, they're going to go 2 minutes. We'll get to the official regulation of 70 minutes on the clock, and then 2 minutes will be added. Actually, just might be enough time for Barbados to get that fourth goal. Little push and shove. That's going to draw a whistle, and that will draw the whistle. That's definitely a pushback. We'll see if that draws a yellow card. And that was a breakaway situation for Barbados. That does draw the yellow card. Being pushed from behind. Let's take a look here. Great breakaway by number 9, Aisha Stevenson. And just a blatant push from behind by number 6, Shakia Tong of Antigua Barbuda. Stevenson's a little slow to get up, but she could see. She saw a wide open net right there to take a shot to get that fourth goal, and they very well may have an opportunity to do so. You can see there in the upper left-hand corner, 2 minutes has been added as added time. So here we go, Aisha Stevenson trying to get the brace on the day with her second goal. They're going to give it up. Here's Stevenson with the kick, tries to do far post. India Roos gets her paws on it, grabs it down, and clears. Stevenson tried to go for the far right post. Was unable to cash it in. But a great effort by Barbados. They kept knocking on the door. And they finally got it going in the 31st minute. Ball goes out of bounds, comes into our official scorer's tent. As we tick down to the additional time. Should be very close. That should get us our final whistle, and there it is. Your final score, Barbados is victorious. They knock off Antigua and Barbuda 3-0. You can see right there the scores: Aisha Stevenson, Kaitlyn Padmore, and Karisha Kaitlyn. And again, Kaitlyn got that first goal late in this first half, and that really opened up the floodgates for Barbados. But again, Barbados still has a chance in pool play D. They need some help from Curacao, but again, a great effort and a great win for the team of Barbados. And congratulations to head coach Richard Ford. At 11 o'clock, coming up next, Eastern Time, we got Guyana and Bahamas and continuing action here in Field 1. Until that time, your final score, Barbados 3, Antigua Barbuda. And let's take a look back of how those 3 goals took place. Early on, Barbados could not cash in. And they kept knocking on the door. But number 7, Karisha Kaitlyn, as that thing swiped away, but Barbados kept knocking on the door. Look at this effort play by Kaitlyn to find the far right post. That's what started it first. That was their first goal. And then second half action. Checking number 10, Kaitlyn Padmore. This was from downtown, and she cashes it in. And then the final goal, number 9, Aisha Stevenson. This sealed the deal. On the breakaway, look at the effort, look at the speed. Count it. There's your differential. Your final score, Barbados 3, Antigua Barbuda 0. Stay tuned, that's coming up next.
see.